Hey everyone, it's Deaconess Kim. I'm going to share some devotional thoughts with everyone this week, and we're going to start with Palm Sunday. So it doesn't take a whole lot for the world to change drastically for us. That's something we've seen in the last month or so with the coronavirus and everything that's done for us. It's turned our lives upside down. Schools and workplaces and stores and restaurants and entertainment venues have all shut down. We're still adjusting to this new virtual normal and wondering if our lives are ever going to be normal again. Jesus and his followers experienced a similar drastic change. He entered Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. He was welcomed as a triumphant king. He was surrounded by shouts of Hosanna and blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. The crowds were hanging on his every word, waving palm branches, honoring him. But just a few days later, those same people, those hopeful, joyful shouts would change to the angry, jeering cries of "Crucify him." So what happened? In a word, sin happened. In our broken world, with our sinful human nature, we too see our joy change to anger or grief or bitterness with unbelievable speed. Sometimes we know the reason, sometimes we don't. Sometimes our emotions cause us to lash out at those we love or people who cross our path. We cause pain whether we mean to or not. And yet, even in the midst of the chaos, when everything seems to be flying out of control, God's plan for salvation was not derailed. It was proceeding exactly as he had planned. Human sin turned Hosanna into Crucify. God turned the cross into our salvation. Maybe that's why it's a common tradition to take our palm fronds from Palm Sunday and turn them into crosses. It's a simple but very powerful reminder that the same people waving palm branches and shouting Hosanna on Sunday were jeering and shouting Crucify on Friday. And yet it was all part of God's plan. So that's what I want to do today is talk about how to fold these. You may not have an actual palm frond, but you can also do that with a strip of paper. Just cut a long, narrow strip of paper and we will fold a palm cross. All right, so normally what we would do is we would take the palm frond and fold this into a cross. But since a lot of you probably don't have palm fronds at home, you can also do it with a strip of paper. Narrower is better, 1/2 inch or so usually works the best. But what you do is you're just going to take it about halfway or a little bit above and make a 90-degree fold. So you kind of have the shape of a 7. And then you take the bottom section and fold it up. So you've got kind of a backwards L. Turn that over, so you got a 7 again, and fold it up again. Now you want to make sure that you're not folding too high up, otherwise your pocket's going to be too small. It'll be difficult later. Okay. Then you take this section here, fold it across. All right, so you got a proper L shape. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use this little pocket that we've made. You might have to trim this side if it's a bit too wide, but what you do is you slide that end through that pocket and pull it tight. This kind of locks everything in place so it doesn't fall apart anymore. So now next thing we're going to do is make the arms of the cross. We're going to use that same pocket and slide this back through, but not quite all the way. You're going to leave whatever length you want for the arm to be and do the same thing for the other side. Just slip it into that pocket. Now you can leave them rounded like a palm frond, or if you'd like, you can also fold them flat once they're about the same distance. All right? So now we're going to make the top of the cross. Now you'll see there's the similar pocket on this section right here is what you're going to use. You take this bottom strip, and again, I'm going to actually have to trim mine. You can just trim the end if you need to, if it's too wide. You slide this through, again, so you get the top of the cross. And then put it in again to make the bottom. And there's a simple palm cross for you.